And we're live.
Have you ever had to listen to like, you know how like when you like sometimes they'll change something in the network or whatever, and so like IT will have to go in front of HR and marketing and sales and all the other departments and be like, all right, some things are changing with your email and fucking this is what it is. Like as someone who's not in IT, those are the most uncomfortable presentations because those people come in and it's like we just are ready to get back to whatever we're doing, and some dude comes in like he's giving an Oscar speech, like he's sweating of like, and yeah. You will need to make sure that this is not. Can you put up the next slide, Gamesh? Gamesh, next slide. And it's like, oh my god, just tell us how to fucking do this. Like,
it would be
I want to get up and be like,
if it was
dude,
me.
just explain to me what you want us to know, and I'll relay it to the gang. Like that.
Yeah, no. Someone do public speaking who is like has zero experience at it is really fun. I was at a zoning meeting
it makes
one
me
time.
Uncomfortable.
We were getting some property rezoned from like, I don't know, in residential to industrial because it allows you to like run machinery late at night and be as loud as you want and do certain things that are nicer. And it makes the property value higher too. And so we're sitting there waiting on our turn to speak to the zoning board. It's you know, we're all, it's a bit like a church, this building, you know, everybody's kind of at, in like, I don't know what to call them, but benches. Everybody's on benches. And then there's like a board of like there's like a zoning board of like 5 individuals up there. They're all 50 to 70 years old. And, you know, they're dressed well, and they're hearing each person come up and you know, explain why their property should be rezoned. This guy gets up there. He wants to rezone part of his farm so that he could put in a paintball field because his son likes paintball, and they want to put in a paintball field and have other kids come over and pay to play. And he's got this written thing with like, I don't know, you know, colons, everything. There's like bullet points as he goes down, and he's shaking as he goes up there, and he's just sweating, and he's like, safety. The paintball field will be safe. We will employ netting. He just sounds like Hank Hill. Netting. And like he gets through his whole speech and they have questions for him and he's just thrown for a complete loop. They're like, well, what about snacks? Will there be snacks? Well, there won't be snacks per se, but there'll be a water fountain so that the children can be hydrated. And like, well, so there's not going to be any concessions or anything. And he's like, well, I suppose we could sell peanuts or something like that. He was just thrown for a loop. And we're over there just, you don't want to laugh in this thing because everybody's taking it seriously and they're about to hear our side of this thing. And we want this rezoning, but we're over there just red-faced, just dying laughing because this guy's melting down under the pressure. It was. I
wish I had that reaction to uncomfortable things like in real life, like speeches or someone making an ass of themselves in public. Like, but I wish I could laugh like that. But all it does is make me like grit my teeth and like make my stomach hurt. Like when I see somebody floundering. One of the hardest part of public speaking in like school where they'd be like, you have to do a presentation or whatever. It was never doing the presentation. Doing the presentation is not that fucking hard. Like it's just not. Just go up there and fucking do it. Do like 2 practices beforehand. You'll be fine. The hardest part was sitting there waiting to do yours, watching other people suck dick with like the quivery voice when they're bad at speaking. And you just have to sit there and like, there's nothing worse than getting 40 seconds into someone's 15-minute presentation and they start the voice quiver and you're like, oh no. Oh, I'm just going to have a stomach ache for the next 15 minutes while I watch you.
Why does that happen? I can't relate to that at all.
It makes me so uncomfortable to watch people fail. Is it because you care for them and
you feel bad about their...
Yeah, I feel bad. Like, I don't want them to be up there failing. It's just like, oh, dude, like, come on, you could do this. Like, it's not... Because you're watching them and you're watching someone who's so far in their own head that they're making themselves fail. Like,
yes.
There's nothing, like, they're failing...
Yeah. There's no reason they can't do that. It's like, you know, we can all walk in a 2x4 in the ground, but a lot of people can do it between buildings, you know, and it's the same task. It's just that it's messing with your head. But I don't, like, I feel bad for them and I want them to succeed, but typically all you need to do is stay out of their way. Like, that's my only goal. That's my only task. Don't laugh out loud at them. Don't mock them. And maybe even don't help them. If I'm running the meeting, sometimes, and they're failing hard enough, you can find a way to help them. Like, like, hey, do you want us to circle back to you? Taylor can go next, and then we'll do you again, and give them a chance to collect their thoughts, or
yeah, or you ask them a question about something that's like that is more in their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So like, so what's your favorite kind of operating system, Vajit? Like, Linux or whatever it would be. I don't know. Isn't Linux an operating system that like nerds use? Okay.
Yeah. It's what the cloud is made out of mostly.
I don't know what the cloud is. I know that a lot of celebrities' nudes are on it, and I want to know how to access it. But I don't.
Yeah, the cloud just basically means somebody else's computer, and they've really complicated it far beyond that. But it's like, yeah, we keep all our stuff in the cloud. Yeah, you mean my computer? Like it's the cloud to you, but to me, it's the same computers we've been using forever.